should change stream title.
Let's do it now. It's okay. Open a tab here. That's fine. And then just go to Twitch. And you should still be Magnus. Okay. And then open. Hey, there we are.
There we are.
Hit the pencil down there. There you go.
Oh, I love it's showing you doing this.
There we are.
I know. That's okay. A little bit of leak never hurt nobody.
It's showing you doing this.
I know. That's okay.
And then put like
A little bit of leak never hurt nobody.
Do you have a Twitch as well?
Yeah, I don't use it though.
Yeah. No, that's
Oh,
okay.
okay. Fine.
Yeah. A little bit of leak never hurt nobody.
Do you have a Twitch as well?
Yeah, I don't use it though.
Yeah. No, that's
Oh, okay. Fine.
The legend.
okay. Sure.
Yeah, I don't use it though.
We can close this one. Enough leaks. So this is live from Liquid HQ at a what?
Recording.
Oh, start recording as well. From an unknown location. Fabi and I are going to be watching Howitzer 14, who is David Howell, play a bit of Blitz. Maybe do some other things.
It's
as well.
just that.
Yeah.
It is starting to turn around for David. Because, I mean, in general, I don't know about this game, but
Oh, I think I'm too far away from the microphone, apparently. This seems to be a recurring theme. This time, blame Team Liquid. Yeah, no, he is going to mess this up for sure.
but how do you mess this up? I mean, why did? Okay, he could have just taken and played c5, but
I just have a feeling.
now I'm really knight a4 was an interesting decision. I'm a bit scared.
Yeah. How do you guys do it when you stream from YouTube with Christian? Does he deal with all the technical stuff, or?
Yeah. He does all the technical stuff. I did it once. Have Eric Rosen help me try to set up a stream, and then I streamed it once on Twitch, and that was it. I'm really bad with that stuff.
Yeah, me too. I think we're equally bad. Like, I've tried to do it a couple of times, but not very successfully. Yeah, I think the volume is fine. We're just sharing this mic, so whoever is closer at a certain point is going to. Is the board sound really this again?
The board sound is like they hear it, or
apparently they can hear. We cannot hear the board sound.
but you can go in settings and turn that off, right?
I guess.
Like in settings up here, right?
Settings up here. Oh, okay. Do I
And
just
then
have that on?
Play, I think.
Play board.
Or maybe it's in board. Yeah, I
Board.
guess.
Oh, there we go. Okay, sounds off. Fantastic. Oh, can we turn the... No. We can turn this up a little bit. I think we're going to break some eardrums here, potentially.
Meanwhile, things are going great.
Yeah, things are going fantastic for David. Once we started streaming, this turned around a bit. So let's see. I think we'll get into some different content, but for now, I thought I would play a couple of games, and then Fabi, either we're doing Hand and Brain. I'm awaiting a reply from Danny Wrench to see if that is cheating or not, because the play will definitely
probably get worse.
I
Right?
mean, I would say not get better because we think a bit differently. But I assume it's not allowed. So maybe I should play a couple of games on my own, and Fabi can just.
How good were you at like 11 in online blitz? Like, would you? Is like Faustino's 30s?
Yeah, this is incredible. I think I did I think I did 3,000 the first time on ICC when I was 12. No, actually it was my 13th birthday, I think.
3,000. Okay.
3,000 on ICC, but I mean those ratings were a bit more inflated than this, so I think that's probably like 2,900 now.
Because like Hikaru, Grishik were around 3,700. I guess you probably also got around there.
Yeah, I got like 3,750 on one of the accounts, or 40 or something like that.
I think my peak was like 3,500 on ICC.
Yeah, so everybody was a bit higher. Challenge Prague. Oh boy.
Prague is gone.
Okay, let's just do as Hikaru would do and accept a challenge from an FM instead.
I think this guy's very high rated in Bullet.
No, I cannot see it there.
Okay, I mean reasonably high rated.
He's quite good. Yeah. So I should probably.
Complaining about the audio, you can turn it up here.
I can turn it up here because I've been turning it up in Twitch.
But that dial at the bottom also turns it up. So cool. Just in case people are. Okay, sorry for crashing.
This opening is one of my old loves. It's not very highly regarded these days, but
yeah. But it's yeah. I mean, Hikaru's done it against me a few times. It seems to be something people don't play. Like they prep it for one tournament and then you kind of get sick of it because there are just so many ways for black to play, and then
as a one-off, it's a good surprise.
Yeah,
like this trap that you fell into against me, although you won the game.
Yeah,
but I like got it again against Levon this or last year in the Zagreb in one of the rapid games.
Yeah,
and it was just like a free point. Yeah, just like randomly people forget the theory.
Yeah,
and you can play it for one game.
Yeah, then Witty Alien is doing a big prize. Martian Gambit Arena right now. If you want to play some games. King Edge 8? Really?
I guess I'm not allowed to comment on moves, but yeah, it's an interesting move for sure.
This is...
Could it be a misclick? Just clicked on the king and no.
Yeah, I feel... I mean...
No, okay.
He's trying to...
Big plan.
He's trying to pretend at least that there was some... Is this part of some event? No, we're both at Team Liquid headquarters doing some content, and yeah, this is part of it. It's semi-sponsored content. Okay. Magnus, it would seem that your balding is the marriage stressing you out. Is YouTube as bad in general?
Can be worse.
Yeah.
I don't know. You were doing the take stuff on YouTube as well, right?
No, yeah, I'm doing both, but I'm mostly reading Twitch chat. But I mean, they're usually quite bad, to be honest. Okay, yeah, I was intending to take twice in King F2, but I realized F4 is a bit annoying, so that was not perfect. Oh, I got 1 minute left, by the way, so should try and win the game. But yeah, we're just doing like a quick warm-up here, letting people get into the stream, and then we will probably do some different stuff. My play is far from convincing, by the way.
What do you think about this best game prize? Have you seen the games?
Oh, for the women?
Yeah, the minor controversy.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say. Like, I can understand why Lucknow was upset, but I didn't think that her game was that great either. But I don't know. I mean, it was a fun game for sure.
Yeah, I also had this impression. But on the other hand, it was still a weird choice.
Oh yeah,
the other
certainly.
game.
I mean, I think there certainly were motives behind it. I don't know if you played that year in Vacanze when Sokolov was in charge of the brilliancy prizes, and Aronian played a great game. He just didn't like Aronian, so he didn't give out a prize.
Which year was that? I might have played that year. Was that when Lev won in 2013 or 2012? He won, I think.
Yeah, I think 2012.
He lost to Luke in the last round. But he still won the tournament. Was that 2012?
No, that was 2014. Oh, I should really hurry up here, by the way. What am I doing? Alright, bishop c4. It's gonna be fine. Oh, don't take it. Oh, tricky guy. Okay, I think that's enough just for now. That Minus doesn't drag the pieces. He moves them like Kramnik. Yeah, sure.
To say, Vlad's mouse skills are pretty impressive.
I haven't actually seen. Has he started to pre-move?
Well, he doesn't really play. I mean, he doesn't stream anymore because he can't play Title Tuesday. I think.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So I haven't seen him stream in a while, but he did pre-move. I saw some games where he pre-moves and then also would complain about pre-moves.
Tech guy here. Just in case you need it.
No, okay, cool.
And then, alright, as you were, and you can do your World Chess thing on, you're going to watch it on chess.com, right? The World Chess.
We're gonna like review games,
Yeah.
but not all of them. Of course.
Whichever ones you want. Just whatever, however you want to do it. I'll let you
Yeah,
do it.
should we do like one game?
1, 6, and 8?
1, 6, and 8?
Yeah,
sure.
those are probably the most interesting.
Yeah. Okay, so
Let me know if you need anything. In chat. I'll be watching.
do you know if we can find historic games on chess.com?
Yeah, I think if you Google it, then it'll show up.
Yeah.
Oh no, not this one. There must be like an events page. Wait, if you go back, is there not like an?
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So we're moving right into World Championship games from 2018. We're gonna start. I think we're gonna go through games 1, 6, and 8. And yeah, so this is the first one.
Very generous accuracy.
Yeah, I would say so.
Probably because we played the rook endgame for so long.
Played a rook endgame forever, yeah. Yeah, so I think it's really interesting to see like how things develop, right? Because this was the first game of the match, and the first game with where I played the Sveshnikovas, as black. So I think that like the level of preparation I think for both sides was probably like very basic compared to what it was later. Like I knew the general ideas here from because it used to be like the main line, but I mean after a while things certainly developed quite a lot.
I think that you were just like way ahead in these bishop takes e6 lines. That's why we kind of decided not to go in this direction later.
Yeah, I mean there was specifically this b6 stuff, right? That was kind of
we just didn't consider this almost
that was
at all.
not much played at the time, and like I mean it's still kind of iffy for black, but it I don't know when it happened. Like now nobody plays DC6 anymore.
But also at the time, like we didn't take DC so seriously because we just thought it was like a pretty pleasant position, and BC was still very popular in like 2016.
Yeah.
Like Hikaru, Eliano played it against me. I had a lot of games there, and DC was just forgotten. I actually had a game against Gelfin in 2018 Olympiad. And
yeah, I remember that was quite convincing.
Yeah, he allowed e5
yeah.
early on, which isn't very strategically good for black, I guess.
No, I remember I played a lot of training games against Stu, but like I think he started out by saying that bc6 is a better move, but if you don't want to do that, you can also play. I'm not gonna like if you prefer dc6, then we should look at that as well. But I feel like he was the only one who was kind of getting away with like this 98, knight c7, knight e6 positions with the pawn on e5, but to me it always kind of didn't look that good.
This direction is like really forgotten about these days.
Yeah.
Also because people don't really take on c6 anymore.
Yeah, but people also don't go DC really at all.
Yeah.
I saw some guy played in the Bundesliga, I think against Raunak, some guy from St. Pauli, like, and I think Raunak played this way, and I think he took with the bishop on f4, and then
like my knowledge was that you take with the rook at the time. I just but it was only like knight e6. I think bishop e6 was just not.
Bishop e6 was kind of and then this h6 stuff. Like I kind of remember in detail what I knew and didn't know, but knight e6 is just more or less bad, I think.
Yeah.
So
I don't know why I didn't play a4. I mean, when you think about it logically, like after h6, there is no possible downside. There is definitely an upside that b6 is weak, but there's no possible downside for white, I think, to including a4, a5.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Like, it's typical first game, right? Like you want to go queen d2, and like even if you think for forever, like you want to make some general move, but I agree. Like I think a4, a5 was our main focus here.
I think maybe my thought process was I wanted at some point consider a3, b4, but I think I was just like tanking and also getting a bit confused throughout the next few moves. But so far,
this queen d6, I remember I was very here. I think I was already out of book as well, but queen d6 is like that was the key idea. I mean, obviously not to allow d4, and
also not to allow like queen d7 knight g4 or something like that.
Of course, for those who don't like the idea is, well, actually not here, knight d7, but
why is knight d7 just
knight
e5?
d7, e5,
so just
but the general idea is not to run into this, so that you can, if you put the queen on d7.
So my main mistake was knight f6. Although it's already very pleasant for black.
Yeah, it's already like I was very optimistic here. Time situation, and
Yeah.
And everything that was going on, I was already. And yeah, I mean this. I feel like this is a theme in these Berlin positions as well. Like these constructions will eventually be broken down, even if it looks nice.
And also, your bishop is like a tremendous piece on e5.
Bishop, yeah,
it just
incredible.
never gets kicked away and never gets traded. Like I can't even maneuver my knight to f3 potentially, so it's just there eternally.
Yeah, knight of 8.
But it's like overall still quite high quality.
Yeah, I don't remember.
He played badly. Okay, knight d7, bishop f4, knight f6.
Yeah, I think I saw this, but I obviously didn't take it seriously at all.
It's also kind of scary. But yeah, I'm sacking on f4, which I should have.
Oh, you're just taking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I think I was considering, but so maybe I should have found that. But, okay, knight h5 isn't ridiculous either.
And this. I don't even remember this. I seem to remember that I thought I was just much better here.
Yeah, I felt like I was borderline losing.
Yeah.
But after rook g4, why would I reject rook g4? I feel like I would reject it because I'm scared of taking rook g8.
Queen g2 specifically? I have some vague memories that I was looking at this.
So queen e6 is
queen e6
knight
and
f2,
knight
bishop
f2.
d4.
Bishop d4.
And then the queen goes to h3.
Yeah, I can get queen.
Bishop f2, rook f2, rook g4, queen h3.
That's completely fine.
Actually, after queen h3, you're probably in danger because rook f4 is such a big threat, and king d7, rook g2.
Seems to lose, yeah.
So, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think we're.
But it's a really unpleasant position.
It's a really unpleasant position for sure. Yeah, now.
But I'm still not like doing bad objectively. I mean,
Which again
it's kind of shocking.
Maybe like the chess.com engine is just really bad, but I seem to remember that this was like minus 1.5 or something at the time.
I would assume that it got closer to a draw just because engines are so much stronger.
Yeah.
But king f2, queen f3 is really logical. That's what I did. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And then. Yeah, I seem to remember that. I kind of expected this, but I didn't really. Also like.
Yeah, allowing rook g3 is scary. Just so happens that this queen h3 and 1, a4. Okay, it's probably kind of systematically okay.
But I mean.
But it's not fun. Your king's safe.
It's not fun at all.
My memory of it wasn't that I was my big mistake was on move 33. I basically felt like things had already kind of semi-collapsed.
Yeah.
But apparently my first decisive mistake was on 33. And now it's
but the thing is, I think so far all my moves have been so easy, like the entire game. Like I was up way on time, and I mean I was pretty sure that I was going to win at this point, and I'm sure you were pretty sure that you were going to lose this. So
with seconds in this position, it did feel totally lost. I did have I wasn't in a hopeless mindset yet because I felt like I have potential to consolidate, but most of the time you don't consolidate.
Yeah, but what did I do here? I ended up going queen. Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised that I didn't just go king b7 first.
But you probably wanted to stop queen h1 because if I get queen h1, knight f3, at least king b7, I would immediately play queen h1 and.
Yeah. But still, you're not getting out.
Yeah, this is
king d2, even like b5.
Or queen b2 first.
Okay, maybe some e5 randomly holds. Yeah, take everything, and it's not that easy. But I remember when I was showed queen g7 after the game. Like that's not an obvious move at all, I would say. Like you obviously look at queen e5 and then you reject it because of rook g2, or I mean, you don't.
Could potentially reject it.
Yeah, I did. I remember, like, I did look at this line. I just, like, I didn't love the general idea of.
I don't think I survived this though, because like
Yeah.
also queen f3, queen a2, queen h5. Like my pawns are not moving, and you can just like start arranging a pawn, a5, b5, right?
Yeah, I can go b5. Oh, you can take.
Or like first
Yeah.
queen a2 and then a5.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. But okay. Well, apparently
A5. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not super easy.
It's not super easy now. I mean, here you're never queening, so.
Yeah.
And then queen c5 is just always f3, so. Let's say
It's
the
also
queen
bishop
goes
a5
and-
because queen e7 is not really a check. I mean, it's
Yeah.
a meaningful check.
Okay, here you just queening.
But after queen g1, it was like you still had, I think, a clear win after that.
Yeah. Yeah, so h4. I don't know why I played h4. This is. Yeah, I should have just gone back, but.
I also don't know why I played e5. I probably just thought king b7 and like, but then I take on f4, right? So after e5, or maybe I was afraid of
I'm
rook
pretty
g5.
sure my plan was this, and then rook e8.
Yeah, my king is
Apparently
fairly
this-
safe.
my king is completely safe. Yeah, this was insane.
No, I don't have a memory of why I rejected e5, but I also with like 45 seconds or so.
But yeah, I remember I was not thinking clearly at all here. I was just. There was just too much adrenaline.
I mean, it is weird to have such. Maybe not weird because the last two matches also, like the first game was kind of wild, but
But yeah, you don't expect to get a chance with black in
Yeah,
the first game.
yeah.
No, that's for sure.
like wait. So in the first game of Ding versus Jan, wait, did Jan win the first? Oh,
No, he won the second.
the second game. So the first game was just a normal draw.
Yeah.
Okay, and Gukesh lost the first game with White against Ding.
Yeah. Yeah, c3. Yeah, this I remember. I mean, obviously my plan was to go rook g3, but I kind of just lost heart, I think. I ended up in a space where I was thinking that I'm not sure if these pawns are queening, and
Yeah, I just lose. I lose everything.
yeah, but how though?
C3. Okay, it's not
I mean,
it's not trivial. I mean, I am queening, so
Yeah, it's a nice line actually.
yeah, you win on f3.
Yeah,
No, but overall, this is a difficult calculation.
yeah, and then if this.
Also, bishop b5 is not a bad move. I think I was shocked that you didn't play b5, because I just didn't like see what I'm doing if you. Because I can't move my knight in that case.
Oh, in this case.
Yeah, like I just don't have a move. So from the
Yeah.
white side, you just see like you're totally devoid of ideas.
I think I was looking at stuff like. I think that. Yeah, I don't know. This was. Yeah, this was insane.
Because at least now I got, if my knight's on g4, I get a lot of positional hope. I mean,
So here is its queen a1 randomly. Wins, yeah.
okay, it is tempting to take that pawn. No, I'm lucky that I aren't losing after bishop c3.
Yeah. I think I was just. Yeah, queen g7, like, this is hard to explain because, as you said, like, you cannot move. So why would I. Yeah, why not play b5 or. Yeah, it's so logical. Just go b4 and then.
Yeah, I probably have to play b4, d4, just at least to get some space.
Yeah,
It's
this
not-
is so bad. This is so lost.
And then after bishop c3, it's just
Yeah,
a draw,
bishop
right?
f4. Yeah,
I
here
think my
it's
defense
just,
was pretty solid this game.
It's very solid. Here.
No, it is lucky that I'm not losing this. I mean, it's really close.
Yeah,
Knight
knight
h6,
h6
yeah.
is a nice one. And then it's just a draw. Honestly, like, yeah, I think there are a lot of decisions here. There are just first game nerves a lot.
No,
Because
like
like what my recollection was that I'm winning, but it was kind of like not that easy. But yeah, it really.
Yeah, I was surprised at how much pressure I felt like before the game started in the first game. It didn't feel like a normal or even like Canada's level pressure. It was definitely a different feeling.
Yeah, for sure. It's just a different beast altogether. Okay.
Maybe we shouldn't close this out because
Yeah, should just go back. Okay, so as far as I can remember, nothing.
I mean, I did have like a decent advantage.
You actually had a decent advantage in game 3.
Yeah, which I completely. Well, this is a nice engine.
Yeah. The thing is, I completely forgot my prep here. But these things, I think you're supposed to just give up c5 and then play for compensation.
But BC was actually good in this version, right? Instead of knight d2. Or is it okay?
No.
Because I felt like
I think the line was here. The line was something along these lines, where. I don't even remember.
at least it's not obvious that I should
it's
take.
not obvious, no. But
I remember getting criticized after the game by my seconds for not taking, and like weirdly enough, I reviewed the game like quite a while after we played it. I mean, years after we played it, and I was surprised by how big the advantage was.
Yeah,
if I had invaded,
it's
it's
honestly shocking. I think I played these moves quickly because I assumed that this had to be the idea, because I seem to remember still that I was supposed to just allow. Yeah, but now, there's this line that I played against Hikaru a bunch. Like, I seem to remember that I was supposed to just allow this, but.
So after 92, you don't play bishop g4 basically.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, taking is a bit unusual.
I don't
right?
think I take.
Maybe bishop b6.
Bishop
Yeah?
b6.
That does make sense.
And then here, something along these lines. Yeah.
Yeah, this makes a lot of sense.
This doesn't look that bad. No, bishop g4 was definitely wrong. Oh boy.
But yeah, it was only one moment in this game.
And there's like, this of course compounds the mistake. I think I was just in a mindset where I seem to remember that I thought BC was critical, so I assumed after knight d2 I should be fine. But again, my knowledge was just not good enough. And
yeah, and instead of bishop d2,
instead of bishop d2, I just take.
It's surprising how big the difference is, but this is like a really nasty position after queen a1, queen a7, which maybe I should have realized, but I just didn't think I thought I was maybe slightly better, but that's the extent of it.
Yeah.
And this one just sucks for black.
Yeah, I don't remember what Sessa was saying, but this was like already
I think it was
very significant.
+1 or so. Yeah,
+1 or so. Yeah, this is really bad. And I mean, it's still surprising. It still looks quite innocuous, but it is just a huge advantage.
I mean, it's definitely not a guarantee that I make anything of it, but it's a free roll for sure.
Yeah.
And then I think you were better, but like not significantly.
Not significantly. Yeah, there wasn't much in this. Yeah. Then I think
was just like kind of unpleasant for me.
Yeah.
I don't know what we were thinking with this prep.
No, this is
in hindsight, it's such a stupid prep.
It really is.
Like we just assumed that you played b3, which I mean not here, but like in the very start of the.
Oh yeah.
That we just assumed like the main line is cb4
and
a3
cb4
b3.
and b3. Yeah, but that was our plan initially, but it's just a bit better for white.
Yeah,
that was what we realized as well. Yeah, so you kind of have to. And then this is all like
just
forced stuff, which is it's all basically a forced.
Nothing's changed since
forced draw, and nothing's really changed. But I don't remember what was.
I think basically I was like, okay, probably.
It was rook d1. Rook d1 was the line.
Yeah.
And then you have this,
which we actually had, but I just forgot it.
You have this position, which I mean, it's technically very slightly better for white, but it's just very drawish.
I just forgot and decided to think on my own and got into a pretty unpleasant position, I felt.
Yeah, there was just king b6,
Yeah.
which was, but I mean, it was not a big chance by any means. But yeah, then
This was our best game of the match from like overall quality from both sides. I thought. I mean, that was
maybe
my-
my play was really sloppy at some point. Like obviously, we're kind of hoping that you guys didn't have knight c6 here. Like I mean, people are doing okay with knight of 6 now as well, but at least then you kind of get a game, right?
So like when we were checking knight c6, I think I played a game against Christian, and he played, what was it after knight d4? It's queen d3, right?
Oh.
Which immediately no, it's a queen c4. And then like years later, we were discussing the position again, and he was like, "What about queen c4?"
That's funny. Christian is Fabiano's main coach, or was at the very least at the time. For those who are wondering. That's funny.
I did feel like the endgame that we got was like it was underestimated in our prep, but it did feel a bit unpleasant.
Yeah. No, it did feel like a very slight advantage at some point, but then I just completely lost my way. Like I spent ages on this maneuver, which was just nonsense, to be honest.
Yeah, this g3 stuff.
Yeah.
Was...
Yeah, knight c8 was nice, of course, and then I think I just completely underestimated c5, and then as far as I can, yeah, I more or less blitzed the next couple of moves, and then I realized that I'm not even equal. Like I'm just, from thinking I'm slightly better, I'm just worse. Yeah.
I think your chances of advantage are pretty much evaporated at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know where you.
No.
Maybe keeping the knights. Yeah. Maybe that would be the way.
Yeah. I seem to remember that. Yeah, but I mean, probably knight c8 there was just nothing. Yeah. Maybe it was just a feeling I had at the time. But yeah, this was crazy. Just no real sense of danger here whatsoever. Like here, I was still thinking that I'm very slightly better, and I cannot for the life of me understand why.
Yeah, it does feel like my pieces are all pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're getting a few moves in, like bishop f4 and everything, all the trades go in your favor.
Yeah,
Even in that case, it's equal.
But for now, I'm underdeveloped. Your pieces are better, and it's just and
here I did feel like mildly optimistic because your bishop is so awkward.
yeah, I was definitely feeling the heat here already, and I mean bishop d1 was, I don't know how much time I spent, but this was a bit.
If we assume this is accurate on the side, I mean it has 46 minutes at the moment.
Yeah, I think so. I just remember I was getting fidgety at this point because I didn't like this direction whatsoever. Like I'm a little bit surprised that the engine says that white is just fine, because it did feel like in many ways it did feel a little bit unpleasant. I think this was my original
Yeah, I was definitely expecting this.
idea, right? And rook e8 and
I don't know if I would play rook e8, or I can't remember if it was rook 8 or rook d7 that I wanted.
I mean, rook d7, I go to f4, right? So
yeah. No, I mean in either case you're okay.
yeah, but I think this was my original plan, just to go for bishop f4, and my first instinct was that white is fine, but I couldn't really see how to equalize completely, even if I get this and this. Do I really want to take on e6? And it's very, very minor stuff, but I think I just looked at it for a few minutes and then moved my bishop, which is honestly a crazy decision.
It was a very risky moment,
Yeah.
because now it's really sharp.
Yeah,
I mean d4 is just super weak.
yeah, it's really.
You kind of did what you had to do at this point forward, right?
Yeah, I think I had to trade, and this is more or less a forced. And then this was my other, like, moment of insanity, not going not going for a4 because I mean you really should not lose this position with the dark squared bishops and the knight being well placed.
Yeah, I mean, if you're getting knight on e3, king on d3, then you're just too solid.
Just sit, like to illustrate, you can make moves like bishop e6.
Or, king e2 first.
Yeah, or king e2 first, just to prevent bishop c3. Say the bishop goes to e7. I mean, you can go g4, or you can just g5.
Yeah, just
not
a6 and bishop f4.
But the thing is, I was even looking at f4 in these situations, and that
this is a fortress.
It's pretty much a fortress. Like
I mean,
g6, I can even go f5. I think.
Yeah, this is definitely a fortress.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to.
Or I mean, king c3 and then.
No, I mean, I think f5 is 100% a fortress because I'm not breaking through on the queen side ever. Bishop f4, king c3. Yeah.
King c3.
Well, no, don't allow f4. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is a little bit sweaty, but I mean, I don't think you're ever doing anything here. But the thing is that this was clearly very, very drawish. I just, for some reason, I decided that this was also okay. Like I don't remember if I missed bishop a3 or I just underestimated it, but judging by the time, I definitely didn't feel great after that move.
And it is a pure free roll, which feels really nice in a match with the black pieces.
Yeah. f4. I guess this was logical.
Well, yeah, I don't remember what I was thinking, but like.
I mean,
bishop d7,
comes
bishop d7
to
makes
c6
sense.
is very logical. Bishop d1.
But now you're like purely in survival mode, right? Because you're on the edge of.
I'm definitely on the edge here. Like all my moves here are quite. Yeah, they're quite forced. Like I have to go f4, f5, and then.
Yeah, I don't remember why I think it was a big decision to take the d4 pawn, not the a2 pawn, but I can't remember why I rejected. Okay, knight a2, probably knight c2, right? Or there's knight c1 there?
There's knight c1.
Okay, so
bishop a7. No, I think I saw this
bishop
knight
d1,
c1 and bishop d1. And this. I seem to remember that I was not super worried about this, but I mean, it does look a bit yucky.
It does look very drawish, though. I mean, also instead of knight c2, like some way to attack d5, but yeah, I mean b3 is also weak. But okay, I think my decision was sensible as well.
Yeah. I mean, you can even give d4 and go g4, g5. It should be okay. No, I think yours was the most. I mean, definitely the one that I feared the most.
So I did have this feeling the d pawn was very dangerous, but I mean, just seeing this like number, which is almost nothing, is a bit sobering.
No, but I do remember that I couldn't. There were many instances like this. Like I couldn't refute knight f1. I remember that, but it just looks so dangerous.
Yeah. Also, the way the engine plays is just putting a knight on d2 and wait and sitting, which is not super easy.
Yeah.
With the king on f2.
And it feels like these pawns on the king side are.
Yeah, they're not moving.
They're not moving, and. I mean, I guess my king is always very active, but it didn't feel good. So, say takes king a2, bishop b4,
g4, and
say bishop c2.
So wait, if I go to b1, then just pawn a4, it's not a big deal at all.
No, but
or you can, because the king goes to e4,
Yeah, it goes to e4. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, this was, it was a surprise for me that you gave up the piece, but it didn't seem like a bad decision necessarily.
No, I definitely misjudged this because firstly I misjudged it, but secondly I also missed bishop a3.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I'm getting this pawn rolling and I'm completely.
Yeah, without bishop a3 I don't have
bishop
chances.
a3 I thought it's just dead draw, and then
it's actually the second time I played bishop a3, which is funny.
Yes. I think I may have missed it twice actually.
No, without that, then I have zero
then
chances to win.
you have nothing, but yeah. Now it's definitely getting worried. So yeah, keep the A pawn looks logical. Do you remember if there were any chances for you here, or are we just arriving at this?
I think it was just a draw. Yeah.
It was just a draw. Yeah.
I mean, I have very little freedom here.
Yeah.
There was like one winning opportunity in the game.
Yeah. Later on, there was
famous.
one.
Yeah, I was really surprised by this decision. I just didn't expect you to just give the pawn to get the king there.
I like, as far as I can remember, I just was really sure that it was a fortress, and I thought like I can sit here and try and find another fortress, but yeah, I'm not sure about it. So let's just go for this one. Also, like, I didn't like the idea of letting the knight to e5.
It is a fortress, but it's such a borderline one. It's like,
yeah, no, I didn't realize it was that borderline. That's the thing.
But this is a draw. It's just I had
this
some like accidental win.
Yeah, it's a very nice fortress actually.
Okay, so I don't really remember nuances, but yeah, you let my knight get to e2. I think king g6 is already lost, right?
Yeah, king g6 is the losing move. Yeah,
which is kind of unfair. It's so natural. Like in blitz, you play it automatically.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. And then bishop g5, and then bishop h4 specifically wins.
Yeah, it's not easy, I think.
And then you put the knight on, like, you trap the knight on g3, right?
Yeah, well, I already given up hope. I mean,
yeah, I mean, I could sense that at the time. That I think we both were just sure that this was a fortress.
Yeah, I don't even know if I considered bishop h4. I actually don't remember my thoughts, and I just remember thinking for 2 hours in bed about why it's winning. Also, like, because my knight goes to g1 here.
Oh yeah, that's where you're.
And then my king goes to g8 because if my king's on h8 at any moment.
No, I remember that. If the king comes to h8, you're just winning because you're getting to h6.
Yeah. I mean, overall, I think it's like findable, but it is on the edge of findable and not findable.
But it's also after 5 hours, right? And
yeah,
it's really, really tough.
Yeah, like besides that one mistake, the game did not contain any swings. Like,
no, I mean, I certainly made some moves that made it a bit more difficult, and I think you did a fantastic job, like putting on pressure from a position which looked, I mean, dead equal. I don't know. Maybe it was all in my own head, but I didn't imagine, like, there were many points where I thought I was just out of the woods, and then there was something there. So I don't know. But of course, what was the mate in 36 or something?
I think it was maybe more than that, but I don't know if engines maybe changed. But Sese was strong enough to calculate till mate, right, at that time.
Yeah.
But I don't think it was 36. Or was it?
Yeah, maybe it was a bit more.
I mean, if I had found this, I would consider it like my best game I've ever played.
Yeah, because apart from that, I mean, I did just start defending well at some point, I think.
Yeah.
And then
you didn't make egregious mistakes, I don't think. Just like some questionable.
Some questionable choices here and there. Okay. Yeah. So this was game 6. Then game 7 was probably the most boring game, and then game 8 again was.
This was. I really regret this one. This was really stupid.
So I remember thinking that we were gonna face knight d5 at some point, because we did consider it to be like generally the most dangerous line, but I mean, as it wasn't coming, we weren't quite sure what to expect, right? And my like the lines that I was checking from day to day definitely were not the most thorough for sure, because yeah, I was definitely not into the details there. So like, what was the process for you guys, like getting to the point where you just wanted to go for 95?
We had already been considering it from the previous white game, but we just weren't like at the point where I was ready to play it. And so first we started with like, I guess this was a critical position.
Yeah.
Like this was a theory at the time, and
then it was
we started with like
either bishop d2 or king
Yeah.
h1, right? So
yeah, and
those were most of the time.
I think bishop d2 was like the more modern approach, which like Oparin used to beat Gelfand. I think that was like one of the key games. And then king h1 was like the old stuff, which was at some point after we went through bishop d2 and b4, then king h1 was like, okay, what else can we do? So that was the last try that we were going to use, like later in the match. But then you switched to 97. But yeah, bishop d2. We hadn't found b4 yet, and we were pretty happy with this direction, I think. But it was enormously complicated, and like what you played was only one of the lines.
Yeah.
I think what was like confusing to us at the time were these positions where, like, I forget exactly how it goes, but white plays c3 b4 and then very often b5, and that was like strategically shocking, but Lila was really happy sometimes with that structure with white's pawn on b5.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly the details, but those were like the lines that we were considered critical. And this stuff that you played with knight e5, like,
yeah,
first we were looking at knight takes e5, which just looked terrifying for white. So then we figured that you probably shouldn't take on e5. But that whole process took a long time as well.
Yeah. No, but in retrospect, like this was an insane line to go down to begin with for black, since there are definitely more solid choices, and then g5 was just an attempt to recall like the final position of a line that I remembered, but it's like I could see during the game like I'm not in time, and then I just ended up playing it regardless, which was a bit crazy because it's just c4 c5 and then
g5 is basically a losing move. I think I had like a game against Peter a few months later from the other side, and I was trying to recall that I think I played bishop f6, c4, g5, and then I wondered like, or maybe he didn't play c4, maybe he played king h1. Is that possible? Or like I just remembered that after g5 I was wondering what to do after g3, and I didn't feel comfortable with my position.
Yeah.
But he allowed f4, and then, but yeah, after g5 c4 I just felt like, yeah, this is pretty much a disaster for black. But I didn't know how much of a disaster yet, which it's about as bad as it can get.
It is about as bad as it can get. Yeah. No. Yeah. That's. I mean, it's just. Yeah, it's just one of those.
Oh, sorry. The game against Wheeler was bishop f6, bishop e2, g5.
And then g3, and you were thinking that you were stuck.
I think so, but I think anyways. I might be misremembering. This was a game from 2019, Granke.
Yeah.
But anyway.
But I mean, generally, this is a extremely risky direction for black to take. Like, you really don't need to do this.
Yeah, and like what you showed later with like against Maxime, I think.
Yeah,
that was like a very good solution.
Yeah.
You just like stop the pawn on a4 and play a5 b6 and so on.
People have sort of stopped doing this for white. Like they're going for some earlier a5 stuff just to.
It does feel like a fashion thing still.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, b4, honestly, we were super, like we didn't know, and like even for later games, like we found it hard to find something that we were really satisfied with. Like it looks like, I don't know if that was the Lila thing or not, but it looks so crazy, but we just yeah.
Yeah, this was
we just
linear working with Leela.
Yeah, we really didn't like. That was the reason why we switched, because not because we were worried that you were gonna go to King H1 or whatever. We just like didn't like the positions after B4 at all.
Yeah, I think on principle I wouldn't have repeated it because I
Yeah.
would just assume like I shouldn't be repeating like the last thing I've done. But
No, but yeah.
B4 was a good idea. That
No, for
was
sure.
definitely one of our better ideas in the match.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is. But G5 is just a wild move.
Yeah, I think this is like I think the easiest one was Rook AE1 instead of Rook AD1. This was probably I think Rook AE1 is like +3 or something, plus maybe more than that.
Yeah, I mean it's a little bit hard to explain to people. Like basically, white has a bind. The pawn is too strong, and the black king is perpetually weak. So these are some of the reasons why. I mean, also black queen is passive. Like black position is just a wreck here.
I think it's also like calculatable because your options are you have like basically two moves, bishop g6 and bishop f6
Yeah.
in any position. So
No, but what was the
maybe
refutation
bishop
here?
e5 or not bishop?
Oh, bishop e5. Yeah. This. Yeah, here. I seem to remember even like queen c3. I just couldn't see what to do. But apparently, like
okay,
this
it's
is-
not super trivial, yeah.
It's not.
But I think I
super
would-
trivial. But rook d1.
So
here,
like queen h5 is of course the.
But
knight c4
I
is-
think this is what I was looking at, and I just, like, I just couldn't make it work for black. I mean, it doesn't work for black.
Yeah.
But basically, I'm just falling apart.
I mean, h3 is insane. I think, like queen h5 was kind of my instinct after bishop d6, and then I started seeing some ghosts after bishop g6, queen h6, which, rook f7, rook fe1 or knight.
Yeah.
But it's just over. It's not too difficult, I think.
No. The d6 is coming in.
But yeah,
It's
after
just very
h3,
bad.
it's just there's.
And
just
the thing
nothing
is,
there.
like, it's shocking how it goes from, and then after h3, it's just more or less a forced draw.
yeah, it's just zeros basically.
Yeah.
But it was such a soft move.
Yeah. No, I mean, knight c4. I don't remember what I was thinking about queen h5, but knight c4 I thought was kind of, yeah, it was just calculable because like the only way not to resign immediately is g4 and g3, but it just doesn't work. And
Yeah, I don't remember looking at bishop knight c4. I think my instinct was not knight c4 in general. I just think I was focusing on queen h5, got a bit scared, and then played h3, thinking, okay, whatever, it's still
Yeah,
gonna
it's
be really
still
good.
going to be winning. And then,
And then it's not at all.
yeah. I seem to remember that I played this. Yeah, I think I played this basically without thinking because I was just, yeah, I really got away with something here.
Yeah, from the black side, you probably feel like once you get some freedom, it just feels like a whole.
But this really like felt like game one to me. Like it's just, I mean, it's not like a super obvious choice, but it's just hesitation at the wrong time for both of us.
Yeah, it's kind of. I mean, we both definitely missed. Like that was my feeling after the match. That okay, I mean, I did miss a big chance here, but the first game was a gift as well.
Yeah.
And I never really blamed myself very much for game 6. This one I did kind of blame myself, but okay.
Yeah, and then you could say like you had a slight chance in game 3, and then game 7 maybe. No, not game 7. Game
The
9.
obstacle bishop one, or
Yeah, obstacle
Yeah.
bishop one. Like I had some slight chances there as well. I mean, I'm not sure if they were real, but I think they were.
at least practically, yeah.
Practically,
and game
yeah.
10 was a good game.
I think game 10 was a fantastic game. Like, I mean, obviously we made some mistakes here and there, but overall I think it was very, very high level.
I mean, for the complexity of the position, it was
Yeah.
because I definitely had maybe a decisive advantage at some point, but I had to allow an attack,
Yeah.
which was just so difficult, I think.
Okay, yeah, so this ended up in a draw, so this is game 8. As yeah, people may No, like this was game. I mean, this was
Yes.
not a fantastic idea by any means. Like white is, it's not better. But like the most obvious, like the most direct choices don't really, like it doesn't quite equalize for black. So this was basically what I knew, that these positions were not quite drawn, but which honestly I think this is probably the best I had as white the whole match. Like the only time that, I mean, I got you thinking. And
Yeah, I felt very under pressure here.
yeah,
I mean, I kind of went for the forcing stuff because I thought strategically there's a lot of risk if I don't take on f3.
yeah. No,
And
I
I
mean
didn't
when you
wanna
come to this point, right?
Yeah, I definitely didn't want to play e4. Like
Yeah.
that was pretty clear to me. But like I didn't want to kind of mess around too much. I thought at least, okay, that one should be.
Yeah, I mean you
Should
got a
be
bishop on
defensible.
d6 as well, right? So like it's not like you can mess around a ton, positionally speaking. But
I mean, only h5 was like a bit of an inaccuracy. Besides that, there was nothing.
no, this is the only point. Like you really need to play g6 now to avoid. And the thing is that such a position is actually, even with both rooks exchanged, for those who are wondering, is
It just sucks.
it's actually very sad because there's always this idea, and yeah, I think h5 was just more or less I'll throw it out there and we'll see what happens. But it was, I mean, to play that after 10 minutes was really quite weak, because even though, I mean, it's most probably not going to give me anything significant, like I can definitely pretend here, like rook f8, whatever, king g2 or something.
Yeah, I think I would play h5 f5.
Yeah, h5 f5. But I mean, with this, yeah, I mean there isn't much, but I'm gonna keep one rook, move around a bit, and then
Yeah,
try and play
it's
e4
pressure.
at some point. It's definitely like a little something. But yeah, game 10 was just a great game. So we get into this again, the same position that we were talking about, and then b4.
So you were totally on your own. At
I
this
was
point, eh?
totally, yeah. We hadn't considered this. Like, we hadn't gone beyond king h1 and bishop d2. I think we'd like briefly looked at some very early a5 stuff, but no.
People are still playing, like, losing with white very quickly here by playing queen f3, like instead of a4, queen
Yeah,
f.
I saw the rest. I did that.
No, but it was really funny because I was playing like a 15 game 3-minute match against Wesley on chess.com.
Yeah.
Oh no, a6 first, right?
Oh,
a6, queen a3, bishop
A6
e7,
to
and you're
force
supposed to play
queen a3,
bishop g5 to provoke f6,
Yeah,
but they
exactly.
play bishop d2, castle, bishop b4, take knight a6, bishop d2, bishop g5, which is game over. Just
yeah.
like, despite what the engine says, like -4 or something.
Yeah.
And Wesley played this against me in a 3-minute blitz game. I checked the game after. I see that it's -4, and then Ali Reza plays against me in the World Championship.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take it. But yeah, we weren't looking at queen f3 during the match at all.
No, I mean that's a bit much. But yeah, b4. This was just completely out of left field for me. Yeah, I think. I mean, there are other options, but I think it's hard not to go for a5 when you're facing it for the first time. It feels like the critical choice positionally. But I mean, in retrospect, like the more hardcore attacking stuff for black is a better way to go. But we, even for game 12, like we didn't like this at all.
Yeah, I think we didn't pay much attention to this a5 just because we were kind of only looking at the engine for
Yeah.
the most part, and it just hated this, so we were okay.
Yeah.
Bishop e3.
No, I just like this is as far as I went. As you see, like I didn't even spend that much time. I just thought queen e8, and I went to more or less how bad can this be, right? I was just thinking like you're not breaking through on the queen side, and I should have something to play for on the king side. And I think it was
It's not that bad, objectively, I think.
yeah. And then like it's kind of shocking that rook a3, which I think is what anybody would play in this position with queen g6 and so on coming. Like this basically gives away the advantage on the spot.
And makes it very double-edged as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it makes
rook,
it
rook e1 was important
Rookie,
from,
yeah,
what-
rookie
from my
one.
memory, yeah. Which is very logical. 'cause
It is logical, but yeah, I don't remember what I was thinking here, but
I think we did have rook e1 in the notes. It just wasn't one of the main directions,
Yeah.
so I didn't remember.
no, I mean, at least for the first game, you're never going to remember all the things that are not like near the main lines. It's just not possible.
Also, like let's say we get here f3 knight f6 or something.
That doesn't
Nobody's playing rook b4.
Now maybe you go queen king h1, right?
But do you really sack the d5 pawn? Is it
Oh,
like
I thought you were. Evidently, you're not.
I'm scared to open the h file.
Oh, maybe you're just.
Or okay, maybe
Yeah,
not. The
maybe
h file doesn't even matter. Yeah.
No,
But I mean,
then you
it's-
don't sack the d5 pawn.
Yeah, and then just play this position.
This is, yeah. We're not good enough for this necessarily. At least in a decisive world championship match. Like in a decisive game.
Yeah, b5 was I was a bit surprised by it, but it's not a bad move.
It was just adrenaline, to be honest. I wanted to clarify the position, and it just looked very, very tempting. So I think,
Yeah, this is the moment where I think bishop b5 is objectively like more or less winning, but you have to allow an attack. Like Shanklin annotated this game and included some nice lines here. Probably something along the lines of f3 were like one of his main lines at least. g3,
Yeah.
and then queen in h, or no, this.
yeah, this is just
Yeah,
nothing.
but there's something where black tries to arrange bishop
Yeah.
h3, and it doesn't quite work out.
Yeah, the weird thing is that I actually included b4 after
After g3.
g3 and not here, and then it makes sense that the rook is a lot worse on the b file than
Yeah.
no, sorry, on the fourth. Rather
But
than
it is logical to want to lure the bishop from e2 as well.
Yeah,
And okay, queen g5 does prepare rook f6 and
Yeah.
so on. So
yeah. So this kind of prevents it at the very least.
I don't think
This
f3
is
was
wrong
good.
as well.
F3 wasn't good for black. I mean, it was
It
like it was equal as
no.
well.
Yeah.
I think we
Yeah.
basically
Now,
played.
okay.
yeah.
Now we just get to something that I remember. Like I was still super nervous here because I think especially in these positions,
I was
sort
also
of
nervous.
pretty nervous.
I felt like there was a
Yeah.
lot of potential for white to lose this. But we did play it pretty well.
Yeah, we did play it all right. I think there was just one bad moment for me.
It was king c5 or something later.
Yeah, king
Or king d4.
King
yeah.
d4
Yeah,
is
yeah.
really unnecessary. Like at this point, I should have just forced a draw.
I do remember you like looked very disappointed after rook b5,
Yeah.
but it's still just a forced draw, just a bit.
Yeah. What was my thought here? What was my thought? Yeah, I remember. I was actually a little bit worried about something like rook c5, rook e6, and then rook a4 or something like this. And then rook f6, you know, starting to probe.
Okay, if I get both rooks to the 8, then...
Yeah.
But I don't think I get that if you're careful.
I mean, I go g6, g5.
But like, if you're just careful to move or two before. I mean...
Like, apparently rook e8 draws? What's the...
Just king on g8. And then just wait.
Okay. That's modern engines for you.
I mean, I would rather play this with two rooks for sure. Then
Yeah,
I wouldn't have agreed to a draw immediately.
No, I think we're at this point we're both kind of getting out of there. But yeah, I was a bit relieved that there was rook f4. No, I think this is what I was thinking about.
Yeah.
And then king h7, king takes f3. And, okay, now I have this and this.
Or immediately rook, yeah.
Oh, actually, this is a great setup. Like wherever you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is just a dead draw.
I think like people question me why I didn't play 3 against 2 because in the first game you played, but that was a totally different 3 against 2. I mean, this is the most basic one.
Yeah, this is the most.
That was with my pawn split, so I thought it was a different scenario.
Yeah, that was. I mean, there was like a little something, but here, yeah, this is as basic as it gets. Okay. Yeah, game 11, 12. I think we've probably spent enough time on this. Magnus, can you blink twice if this is live? Yeah, we're just focusing on something else. Okay. Are we? Do you know if we're finished? Like, do you want to play a couple of games or?
Sure, I can play from your account.
yeah.
This is the who was it? Kramnik and his Matilda right all over again.
Okay. Can we change the? Okay, people are not going to see it, right? Or they can see the length of your password, maybe.
Can I see that?
We can maybe just.
Someone hacks into my chess.com account. What would they do with my chess.com account though? Like, if you guys really want to try to hack into it.
Oh, Magnus versus the world. Yeah, that's happening very, very soon. Chess.com comments don't hack his chess.com account, please. Well, yeah, sure.
Who am I playing?
Oh,
Who is this?
Detsky-sa. Okay, we're playing. Or Fabi's playing. Yet anonymous Uzbek GM.
Might not be Uzbek.
Might not be Uzbek, yeah.
But 2940 is pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, this is basically a ready tempo down, yeah?
Yeah, I always feel like this should be very okay for black.
Detsky-sa is kindergarten from Russian.
Kindergarten.
So is it kindergarten or is it just like a kid's program? That's what I'm wondering.
What does it mean? Does it mean kindergarten or is it?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. That's what I'm asking people in the chat. Oh, it's a direct translation. Okay.
I'm really floundering. And wait, this is a pawn. Okay. Which way do I take the pawn? Okay, I think I take it this way. I don't touch bullet anymore because I got my rating to a level which is absurd for me, and like
You're in the Speed Chess Championship, or?
yeah, I mean I'll lose at that point.
Oh, okay.
No, but 1-1 is different because I really do suck at 1-0, and I'm higher rated than Ali Reza, which is completely absurd.
Yeah, Alvarez is probably... He doesn't play a lot of bullet these days at all. Maybe he plays in elite chess, but I don't know.
But he's like arguably 1-2 in the world.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And
I think also... I don't know. I think Hikaru really excels in the bullet brawl, like beating a lot of people quickly, like Daniel does the same. I still think... I don't know. It's hard to say. Like, I think both myself and Alvarez have a really good chance against him in matches, but yeah, I don't know.
yeah, like I felt when I played the bullet championship in which year was it? In 23, that like I was playing on equal terms with Andrew Tang, and then I beat God, who was it from Belarus?
Was Lazovic playing then, or?
No. I mean like older, not older generation, but
Oh, Chicago.
yeah, older than Lazovic. And then like last year I played. Okay, first I played Nihal, so that was hopeless. And then I played Anish, which I had high hopes for, and then he just crushed me.
Oh,
I was
really?
like, wow, did things really go so downhill in a year?
I think he practices a lot though. Or
yeah, I do feel like
comparatively.
he's good. He's good. You wouldn't expect him. Okay, it's maybe not very nice, but somehow I wouldn't expect him to be like a bullet
Yeah, but
specialist.
he's actually good when he doesn't have time to think. Not when he, because his instincts are quite
Yeah.
good. It's just when he gets in his own head, he's really. He's probably like not. What do you think? Do you think he's like close to a top 10 player still?
I do. Like I have this feeling with like him or Maxime, but times do change a bit. So I don't know. Maybe it's just like past history as well.
Yeah.
I was hoping.
Because you feel like they can turn it on somehow, right?
Yeah, like in a match format, I wouldn't give like an edge to younger guys who are much higher rated over him.
Yeah.
Why am I playing so badly? It's also hard to break through here.
It is. Yeah.
Okay, this should be. Oh wait, maybe not. Yeah, not great technique. That was a risky one. Okay.
Okay. Looks
Going
like...
to barely eke this out.
Yeah. Yeah, our games today haven't been.
It's hard to hold a conversation and
It really
give
is.
this guy a rematch.
Okay. Let's save kindergarten.
Okay, but now some serious theory.
Oh yeah. Okay, this was a nice game against Danish though.
Yeah, I thought this line is very poisonous. Like this.
Oh boy. It's the second time I've done this today. Don't look at that.
Like his choice was a bit odd, I think, because he knew the line really well, and he was just deciding between what he thought was like the most practically safe, I guess.
Yeah. Which is, generally what he does when he's surprised. Or, I mean, to be fair, that's what most people do.
This is going to be an embarrassing game. Look, might not lose, but it's going to be embarrassing regardless. Yeah, I don't know how to judge the top guys, whether they're former or current top guys versus a young generation quite yet. Like, in Rapid and Blitz, I think it's clear. The older guys are still better.
Yeah.
But in Classical, I mean, definitely the motivation plays such a big role in these Classical events.
The thing is, like, somebody like Arjun, I still have no idea how good he is in Classical.
Yeah, he is. I mean, it is also so up and down sometimes with him.
Yeah.
Whoa, what am I doing? Oh my god, this is terrible. A4 was... Could be worse. Maybe we'll escape with a draw.
Yeah.
Or not.
Am I in, or are we in France? No. I can tell you that much. I think we're both going to Paris on Saturday though. For freestyle. Oh, they just doxed us for being in the Netherlands. That's a shame. I just said we were at Team Liquid, not where.
Yeah, I am looking forward to Paris.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be great. You know, I am worried, of course, that Vincent is just gonna run away with it again.
Yeah, this was an amazing run.
Yeah, no, I mean, he just understood the game better than the rest of us. Like, it's still kind of shaky sometimes like in certain middle game positions. I think he can be a little bit indecisive. But yeah, opening he was great, and even in scrambles he was excellent. But
I think like we got tricked so much with the rapid portion. Like because he wasn't playing impressively at all in the rapid portion.
But there's going to be a whole different pressure to the preliminaries this time, though.
Yeah, it's more risky.
Yeah, it's a lot more risky.
Oh, wow. That was a surprise. Okay.
I don't remember if we're playing 2 or 3. I guess we're still playing 2 days.
Yeah, let's just go. I think so, right?
And then like it can be a lot of stress on the second day if you have a bad first day.
This is not going very well. What am I supposed to do? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Okay. And I have 6 seconds. Yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Oh well.
Kindergarten. Reign supreme this time. Okay, I think we are just about done. Yeah, Arjun, like he wins Freestyle Fridays too, as you said, too often. Maybe you meant very often. He's very, very tricky in those situations for sure. And I mean, I did play some training games with him back in 2023 when we played the Global Chess League. We were on the same team there as well, and he was, you know, the usual that he could play some very, very bad games and some very good games, and there didn't seem to be a rhyme or reason why one was happening or the other. So we'll see.
When was the last time you played? Oh, you played Hans in the World Championship. Yeah. But that,
Yeah.
I mean, it is something to look forward to.
Yeah,
At least for the people watching.
that'd be interesting to see. Like, I think he's probably gonna struggle to be top 8. Because, you know, whoever we got, like from. Should we pull this up?
Yeah, it's a rough field. The lowest rate is definitely Vidit, right?
Group
Yeah.
stage. Okay.
Yeah, that's a tough field.
That's a very, very tough field. I mean, Vidit was very impressive in the qualifiers to get there.
Yeah,
Um,
but he's on his honeymoon. I don't know how
that's true.
what's the date on playing on your honeymoon?
I haven't tried yet. I think he's probably in a great. I think he should be all right. I think he's just very happy, in a good spirit. I can imagine that he will do well, but
No, I think it should be a positive.
yeah, it should be a positive
Yeah.
for sure. I feel like Maxim, it can be a bit tricky because, well, his openings are not fantastic, so by that, freestyle should suit him. But he's also, like, he makes a lot of fairly, yeah, he makes like a lot of superficial decisions, which I feel like can like backfire pretty hard as well, when you don't know the position that well.
Yeah, his feeling is sometimes not always perfect, but like the format should suit him in the matches because he has a lot of match experience in these like I mean, if it gets to rapid especially, classical is maybe a bit different. And if it, like, that's the thing, some of these guys do have a lot of clutch factor, and he's one of them, for sure.
For sure. And the thing is, like, if you look at the field and you look at Vincent, like, he won the last tournament, but there's a serious chance that he's just gonna be out.
It's definitely possible, yeah.
Like, maybe we're underestimating him, and if we were playing classical, it was different. But getting through this field, not being bottom 4 here in rapid is tough. Like, you would assume -1, you're almost certainly in, but not completely certain. -2, you're probably like in a shared for a playoff spot, or maybe even outside.
We're doing the playoffs, yeah. Yeah, that
I
makes
assume we're
sense.
doing
Yeah,
playoffs again. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like Gukesh is also potentially at risk. I mean, everyone's at risk, right? Anyone can have a bad.
Everyone's at risk, of course. But I think Gukesh, Neiman, Vincent probably. I mean, Maxim, Vidit is probably on paper going to struggle a bit. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Very,
even like Hikari, if he plays the way he played on the first day in Weissnau, it's like it's gonna be rough.
I mean, you just need one bad day, and then you have to play great the next day,
Yeah.
right? I mean, he like both you and him had a great second day.
Yeah, but he was I mean, he was -1 after the first day,
Yeah.
I think, or maybe, but he should have been like -3. Like he was really, he was really struggling.
How are you guys doing? Do you need water or anything?
No, I think we're pretty much finishing up.
No, for sure. No, I'm enjoying. If so, no waters. You're good.
I'm good, thanks.
About
I
like
think
half
we're-
hour, I think more, if you can. Make it 2
okay.
even.
Okay.
The people want it, man.
The people want it. Okay.
You could play some games, or you could challenge, some chess. There's an idea of blitz, but you get 30 seconds as a handicap.
That seems extremely stressful. Can we just like alternate playing some blitz games?
Please do. But can I get you anything? You're all good? Do you want water?
I'm good, thanks.
Nobody wants water.
I just got some of this sparkling
some of
water.
that?
I mean, I
Okay.
spilled some of it, but.
Okay. You spilled again.
Again.
Nobody knew about the first time. Okay, cool.
But somebody mentioned Minecraft, but Minecraft is not really a competitive esport, is it?
I don't think so.
Like, how could it be?
Look, I'm not an expert, but I don't think it is. Do you play Minecraft? Or are you saying Minesweeper?
No. Oh, that's another thing.
Okay,
I actually know a guy who had the world record of Minesweeper way back in the day. But he said, I think that was maybe 25 years ago.
Okay.
But he said like the kids just took over and he had no chance anymore. But yeah, I was a pretty avid Minesweeper player. Like
I wonder if
at
it's
some
on the
point as well.
I wonder if it's on the computer. Do whatever you want. I just wanted to make sure you were good. Cool. I'm leaving.
We're cool.
Goodbye.
I didn't realize people still play Minesweeper.
No, I mean it's not on. I mean, I haven't played it for years. I wonder if
Minecraft, I just remember my nephew playing. That's the only exposure I've had to it. Then he discovered Fortnite, and I think every other game just died for him.
Yeah, I haven't played this in years.
I was wrong. You can finish it around 4, so in about 15 minutes.
What is going on here?
Are you playing it? Oh my god, he's playing Minesweeper. Let's go.
I'm so slow. Oh boy.
Alright, I'll come back in about 15. Good luck. Weeping.
Oh boy. That was really bad. Okay, let me try one more. What is going on? Okay, there, I finally got one. Ugh, I am so inaccurate. I used to be a lot better at this than I am now. I want to see if I can at least finish a game, even though the time is going to be pathetic. Yeah, I think I'm more or less stuck out. That helped a lot. stuck over there. Okay. Yeah, I have to take the 50-50. Okay, I think that's it. That's it. World record is 29 seconds. Yeah, it's crazy. So we're finishing up at 4. Okay, I'll just play a couple of blitz games then, and then I think we're done. Am I leaking as well?
Just do a password recovery.
No, I just mistyped. I actually know my password. Password noted, yeah. Oh. Time for some revenge.
Bishop c4 b3. Gonna have to learn this one.
Yeah. The so-called hillbilly variation. I mean, now that this is like what you're hoping for, because now you kind of just get a decent trench. Like the bishop is not fantastic here, but
The knight on d7 is also not amazing.
I shouldn't go with this to prevent b5. Whatever. B6 is really soft. Oh yeah, he wants this, of course.
Like, do you remember in Paris we used to play these simuls before the event, like the Paris Grand Chess Tour? Like a few years.
Yeah, I don't remember it in Paris specifically, but I remember we did it in Croatia.
Yeah, in Croatia as well, but like years ago in Paris, like 2016 or something, and Vladdy is telling me before my simul, like, watch out for this guy. He's my student. He's like really good. He's 2100. So I pay a lot of attention to that game, and I beat the guy. Meanwhile, there's a grandmaster playing in the simul against me. They put a grandmaster who I didn't know. The guy plays g5 in the French against me and crushes me. I mean, in this like bishop e7 line with g5, and then all the French guys are just laughing in the background because
Who was that?
God, it's an Asian guy. What was his name? I think he was like maybe he was 25-10 or so. I was his rating. I'll look this up. I don't know what it was. Okay, I guess they were just pranking me, but it was just very funny in the context of Kramnik telling me to watch out for. Maybe he's inactive now.
What is this idea? F5, and I can just. Yeah, I mean, he wants this. But after bishop a7, king h8, I don't think I have anything. Okay. Boring guy.
It'd be kind of a miracle if you didn't have more than this.
Yeah, it would, but. Oh, I played the. I seem to remember that I played this guy before.
Maybe you had bishop g5 instead of knight e6. Maybe that was even better. It doesn't feel like the knockout you're expecting.
No, for sure not. Minus, I'm 15, 2100 feet in, motivate me to train. Like, I think you're doing pretty well, no? Yeah, I think I've played this guy before, and I seem to have some kind of feeling that it was Tomaszewski.
Oh, okay. Wait, would Tomaszewski play 3-0? Doesn't feel like a 3-0 guy.
He used to back in the day. But the thing is, like, I think I played him a lot. I played him a lot on ICC, but I'm that short of time. But I think that may have been Nepo playing on his account, because I learned later that Nepo was using that account. I did not realize that was that short of time. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? Oh, I'm just blundering everything. And I'm getting mated as well. Okay. When did I get this short of time? This guy is just having the best day of his life.
Yeah, I wanted to say something, but I was like, maybe it's not allowed to mention that.
No, that's fine. This is not that bad, by the way. Like, I beat Oparin with this in Title Tuesday.
So have you seriously analyzed stuff like F3? Because I had the feeling that you knew something.
Serious, like, I have a file on it. Because I think if you're going, at some point I was trying to play every first move, and like if you're going to play like the really really bad ones, like you need to try and not be completely lost after a few moves.
Yeah, the basics. I mean, I checked Knight H3 because Ali Reza played against me in a Grand Chess tour. I was like, yeah, I'll check Knight H3 just in case. Also, Hikaru was playing against me. But F3 feels like even worse than Knight H3 somehow.
Yeah, I mean E5 I think is the most critical, and then after
You like Knight C3, right?
Knight C3, it's not that bad. What do I do here? Why is Hikaru's classical so much stronger these days? Like, if you've seen him play recently, he's played really well in all formats, so I think he's still very good. No, I mean, like, A4 and H4, I checked as well. Like, H4 can be very useful in certain lines, so like if you play very casually against it, I mean, it's not like you're going to be worse, but you're never going to get an advantage there as black. Also, what is he doing?
This is not Tomaszewski. There's no way.
No, I really hope not.
Maybe it's been a heavy day of drinking
Yeah, I
and
feel like he's not
still working very well, objectively. I mean, the overall results are
Yeah.
nothing to complain about.
No, he's gonna just run. Maybe it's just Michael Royce, because I mean, I think he has like 1 million accounts. Oh, and I just messed up everything. That was less than ideal. That would be fun. Yeah, I was way too casual here. I was just thinking that everything was winning. I mean, I still should win the game,
I was surprised like how good Royce is at 3-0.
but no, he's very good.
That
Yeah.
he's like 30-80 or 3100.
Yeah, and he's quite consistent as well. Because like he doesn't really play.
He doesn't play over the board, right?
No.
Much these days.
Okay, I think we should be able to wrap this up.
3 pawns is a lot of pawns.
It usually is. Okay. What's the time? Yeah, I think we're about.
Should be on time.
We're about. It's about time to leave. We had some very unimpressive chess here.
It's very high quality.
But yeah, I mean, some of the games from 2018 were good though. I mean, I still think they compare very well to what we're seeing. I mean, everybody's more sort of critical these days because engines are stronger, right? But
No, I was surprised that our quality does seem... It seems to have held up.
yeah,
I mean, I think definitely from recent memory, like the Ding Yan match was one of the lower quality ones. That was my feeling at least. But
it's going to be interesting to see how Ding plays. Because, I mean, granted, there were bad moments against Gukesh, but it was by far the best chess he's played.
yeah,
in years.
It looked like a close match with
Yeah.
the really top player. Like Gukesh is obviously... I mean, from classical results in the last year, if not number 1 by like tournament victories and everything, then definitely top 3.
Yeah, for sure.
But like, where will Ding even play is a question. Like, he doesn't really have any tournaments on the agenda, so I don't. Will be interesting to see.
And he tried to qualify for Paris, but he lost to
Vid.
he lost to Vid, yeah.
I was gonna say, if you want to do one GeoGuessr, chat seems to want it.
Oh
Are you good at GeoGuessr?
no.
If you make it fast. No? That's a no from Magnus?
Okay.
I don't think I've really ever played, so I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not even sure. Do I have?
If you don't have an account.
Isn't it like free
I think it
to
used to
play
be. It used to
a
be.
few a day or something? Like
Let's just see what
to do
happens.
5 a day?
Play now. Ugh. Yeah, I don't
Nah,
remember.
it's fine.
I think
Sorry-
that's gonna
sorry,
be
chat. Sorry,
that's gonna
chat.
have to be another time.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are leeches in chat regardless, so you don't deserve it.
I tried.
Another time. We're hopefully both going to be around with Liquid for a bit, so yeah. Okay. Anything else you guys want, or are we all good?
I'm happy. Goodbyes.
Bye. Stop streaming. Stop recording. Should we raid somebody?
Who deserves it?
Yeah. Let's see.
Raid someone. Yeah. That's nice.
Is Levy
Should
actually your
raid
favorite content creator?
I don't know.
Who deserves
think I just
Yeah,
choked. And I
let's
couldn't
Raid
think
someone.
what I
Yeah.
could.
That's nice.
Is
Can I
Levy actually
search
your
for-
favorite content creator?
I don't know. I think I just choked. And I couldn't think what I could.
Would he alien? Is Levy
Can I
actually
search
your
for-
favorite
Oh, there
content
we
creator?
go. I don't know. I think I just choked. Jabot. Hang on leeches.
Is Levy actually your favorite?
Oh, there we go. Jabot. How about this Martian Gambit?
We were invited to this.
We were
beforehand.
invited to this tournament.
Seems fair.
Yeah, I think that's How about this Martian Gambit?
We were invited to this.
We were
beforehand.
invited to this tournament.
Seems fair.
Yeah, I think that's How about this Martian Gambit?
We were invited to this.
We were invited to this tournament.
Seems
What's
fair.
the? What do you find the How about this Martian Gambit?
We were invited to this.
We were invited to this tournament. What's the? How about this Martian Gambit?
All right. Bye, chat.
Bye.